Hero's still frozen in, like, total confusion.
What? Yeah, why'd you guys start the next episode? I'm so interested.
Baby. I
Go on.
immediately called the police, then Power showed up. Whoops, I forgot to do the thing.
Do you ever notice that there's no intros in Leading the Blind? It's just us going.
Yeah, we're just, alright, go.
Can't stop, won't stop. What was everyone else doing at that time?
Peeing. No one said a thing.
Actually, I have to pee.
It was, do you want me to stop?
No, I can hold it. I'm not you. Ah! She pressed on my bladder.
It was silent. Completely silent. I was making it realistic to what I had to go through because the dog's always on my bladder. Ow!
I flicker.
So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence.
Is dead silence a good term to use here?
Silence. Hey, Nick! Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
This is a murder trial, Maya. Old bag, the security lady. Why does security lady think Powers had done it?
She said because she saw him going towards the studio.
Right, the Steel Samurai. The detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word?
Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact.
A photograph? You mean the one taken by the security camera?
She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer.
I don't think there's anything in there I can use. You asked to be left out?
Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us.
Covered for you? Or covered it up for you?
The second one.
There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning.
I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes.
The script and your direction notes.
Better not say for 13. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Did you seriously just dig your own grave like that?
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue.
No! No!
Someone has the brain cell. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statements.
This is so flipped.
Think.
And I love it.
Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means?
She knew the murder.
She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Yeah, shit. Yeah, shit, dude.
Yeah, shit, dude.
Order. Order! Mr. Edgeworth,
Yeah.
need I remind you you're the prosecution?
Need I remind you you're supposed to be defending this hoe?
What you have just said is a reasonable observation.
Thanks.
However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or you think you have a career change to defense. I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
I can't believe you didn't freaking realize it, though I guess you didn't have the brain cell.
Yeah, it was Edgeworth at the time.
Edgeworth was like, I'm keeping this, you don't get it. Mine.
He reassembled it from the ashes, he's earned it.
Yeah. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change your testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. You have to find something to peg You have to find something to peg this on her.
That was...
That's not English. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him! Uh-huh. Cool. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. Awesome. Immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, old bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Yeah, that makes sense. As we left out of the proceedings, I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. How did you know, though? Do we have a statement about the thing that says it was only them?
No. But...
Oh.
Think. Yeah, you're never asking the right questions.
Hammer wasn't injured. It was what's-his-face.
Exactly, but why would she think he was injured?
Oh my. My brain hurts a little bit.
Think of all... We have the facts.
I know.
Rethink about the case.
But like, you would know that because of things that I don't have a picture of.
Do you need a refresher of the case? So let's go over the facts, since you seem to have forgotten them. So there's a rehearsal at 9, where Powers was injured. At that rehearsal, during lunch, Powers was drugged by Hammer, and Hammer stole the Steel Samurai costume, and went through the security gate, where he was imitating Powers.
Oh, okay. I was literally just gonna present this because I didn't have any other...
It literally says he's dragging one leg.
Yeah, I know, but here's the thing, right? The reasoning that went through my mind was, this is the only picture of Powers in the present day that I have. I'm gonna present it and pray. Sometimes just me going, eh.
Yeah, I was even trying to make sure you asked the right question. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
What? What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo.
I can explain it because my brain worked.
I got the brain cell back.
That was my problem. See, Edgeworth had the brain cell. It
apparently
wasn't in my brain.
That was the thing. I was Edgeworth there. In other words.
Yeah, you were holding on to the brain cell, and my brain was just going, no.
But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manello was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez.
Oh god, please don't do that to me. Controller, please.
Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Oh, and when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly.
I like Edgeworth just being like, well, dig my own grave.
They're finally like sharing the brain cell properly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? She's chain smoking now. Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
She took the judge's brain cells. Very well. I have a question for you. That's not how this works, sweetheart.
See, here's the thing. You can't take what's not there. Ugh. Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Because why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. My least favorite word in all of Ace Attorney. Why would she have killed the victim?
Sometimes people just want to kill people.
If there's a reason, it is unclear to this court.
She just felt like it.
Does the defense have anything to say on the matter?
Yeah.
In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Yep. Hey, remember that picture?
Okay. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder.
Hey, remember that picture?
This is my proof. This is the photo from before. Oh, my voice cracked.
Puberty.
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, this case currently up for trial, it began on that day 5 years ago.
Yeah, I believe it.
Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed down him, no doubt.
Weighed him down.
I don't fully have the brain cell, I'm stumbling a bit. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last rule as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you've only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around.
Now you're getting it, Judge.
What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
There you go.
Yes!
Nope.
Sorry.
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright?
I don't think we should be talking about that here.
Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
She had
Okay. I want to present to the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive.
Can I just show the fork-in picture again? Sir! The picture! I'm showing it again. Fork it. The picture!
This is my proof. And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Hammer.
Because she was there. And she didn't want to get out.
But Hammer didn't want to get out either. So why would she kill him about it?
Give me a second. My brain turned off. You asked the question and I went, I just said that. And then my brain was like, no, you didn't, honey. You didn't get there. And then the other half of my brain was like, oh, yeah, I guess I didn't. And then that part of my brain went, what were we talking about? That's what just went on in my brain.
The silence when I asked that question, it was freaking, that was a pregnant pause right there. You had it was, I asked you.
I think it's something along the lines of he wanted to come clean about it. And she was like, I'm the lead of this company. If they find out that I buried it, I'm forked.
So to come clean about it, he dressed his powers, went to Studio 2, just to admit that to her.
I think he wanted to tell the bigwigs. But I think he wanted to do it in a way that he could say, like, oh, this happened, but blame it on Powers and be like, Powers,
You're thinking
Was the one that told it.
backwards.
I'd say all the purpose of the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately.
Okay, let's rethink this for a moment.
Hold on. The court requires that you recollect your marbles immediately.
Not even what that says, but okay. Let's go. So let's reassess the situation here. Hammer, who had to work for Vasquez for peanuts in humiliating roles for years, dressed up as Powers and pretended to be him to go to Studio 2 to meet her.
My brain hurts.
Are you okay?
No. I'm a little tired.
My
brain hurts.
We're almost done with this trial, okay? We'll go to bed after this.
I'm afraid I have to penalize you for the wait of time. Nick, we're so close! Shut up!
No.
What? Am I
Alright.
supposed to say there's no evidence?
Okay. Allow me to present the court evidence proving Ms. Vasquez's motive.
What? Is there no evidence? Is it just she just wanted to kill him for funsies? For
Jesus
happy day
Christ.
funsies.
Jesus Christ.
You got mad whenever I said
Okay.
present evidence.
Let's
so I
think
was
this
like-
through.
So
Again.
So I was like, oh.
Let's
not
look at the
supposed to
facts
say
of this
this.
case. 5 years ago, Hammer accidentally killed someone.
Yeah,
Or
she was
maybe it
there.
was on purpose. Who knows?
We can never know.
Either way, Hammer was reduced to an embarrassing lifestyle by D. Vasquez. Okay? You following?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to slow it down? This is apparently hurting your mind.
No, I'm listening.
So
I'm also
D-
reading.
Okay, so afterwards, so today, now let's fast forward to the day of the murder. This day, he went to extreme. For starters, there was an incident where Powers got injured,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was also drugged by Hammer. Hammer used this to steal the suit and went through the security gate pretending to be Powers. He went to Studio 2, met with Vasquez.
Did she think it was Powers in the suit?
Let's run through the facts.
No, hold on. But okay,
So-
hear me out. Here's where that logic came in. In my brain, I'm thinking of Hammer as a good guy still. I'm like, he's still a good boy. He good boy. Mwah, kisses. So I'm like, oh, he drugged him because he knew that she was gonna be a sneaky snack and hurt him or like destroy him in front of the bigwigs. So she was like, oh. So he was like, oh, okay. I'll put him to sleep, I'll steal a suit, and I'll pretend to be him, and I'll take the brunt of the embarrassment and fall for him or whatever. And then she was like, nah, I just hate you, Powers. I want you to die. And then he was like, hey, it's me though. And she was like, ah, shirt.
Dude, let's run through the facts one more time.
Pick up where you left off.
Okay. So he pretended to be Powers, went through the gate, did the limp, went to Studio 2, met with D. Vasquez, and in that moment, she did not think it was Powers because she testified on stand. Hammer was injured, so she knew it was Hammer,
Okay.
and her and Hammer.
But she could have figured it out
Interacted.
after the fact.
Okay, no, let's keep going.
Okay.
Her and Hammer had an interaction. Okay. And
Yeah.
now what from there? What would happen?
He would have to want to not be. He wants to be a star. I'm a little sleepy goofy.
Are you kidding me right now? This.
I really don't know. My brain is turned off.
So let's say
My brain's.
you go.
What happened to my brain? I completed all 3 Danganronpa games in less than a month. What happened to my brain?
Okay, let's pause for a second. Okay, you ready?
My brain's
We're gonna
broken.
pause. Okay. Take a moment. Breathe. Slowly breathe. Okay. So Hammer went to the scene of the crime, dressed as someone else, to meet with someone he did not like.
Oh, was he gonna frame her? Or not frame her, was he gonna kill her?
Okay, you're on the right path.
So he was like, I'm gonna kill you, but blame it on him. So that I could be a star again, and his tragedy is worse than my tragedy. And she can be dead and I can be free. But I don't know how to prove that.
Well, think about it this way. In this instance, if you went there to kill her, and now he's dead, what would that be considered?
Second-degree murder?
In legal terms, most lawyers would use it as self-defense and non-premeditated.
Second-degree murder.
Yes. So what would that mean?
What do you mean, what would that mean?
It means you're sitting on the screen for too long and pick something at random, take the penalty, say she had no motive because it was justified self-defense.
It's not justified self-defense, but okay.
She was attacked.
I would like to present the guide map.
I actually can't. I was so sick of this. You finally got the fact that he went there to kill her, and she killed him in defense. She was trying to protect herself and threw him off the ledge. She had no motive because it was not premeditated. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
There was a point where my brain went on that track, and as it went on the track, it immediately diverged.
Yeah,
like,
it literally...
No. When I was initially explaining the
Can I tell you guys a thing I do when I'm super annoyed? I take off my glasses and rub the bridge of my nose. I think the bridge of my nose is red right now, because I've been rubbing it. It's...
Whenever I don't remember what point I was explaining something, but I was explaining something, and my brain went to he wanted to kill her. Oh, when I was explaining that he wanted to like get out of what was happening, my brain went to like it did the thing where it went to the track of he wanted to kill her, but then went good guy. It went hit a bit.
You refuse to accept that the victim could have been a bad guy. That was your problem. You're so used to listening to murder cases where it's like they're always good people.
No. But there's a reason my brain refused to go there.
What?
I can't explain it.
I honestly think you just refused to accept that this victim was bad.
No, I'll explain it, but I can't explain it right now.
Okay. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask?
Moida.
To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him for all those years.
She just snaps the pipe.
This episode went on for 10 minutes longer than it should have. Because I had to literally...
We cannot film these so late at night, please.
I was spoon-feeding you the answer. And you were just like, no. I was giving you the answer. It's like, no, false facts. Fake news.
Falsehood! Put it in again.
Oh, I am guilty. You've lost the privilege. It was me.
Oh, I'll do it myself then, ho.
Someone calling
I'm gonna, like, when I go through it again, I'm gonna find the point where my brain
just
did
shut
the thing.
off. When I'm gonna find the brain cell.
Yeah, when the brain cell like was taken over by the dumb cell. I'm gonna find the moment. I'm gonna freeze frame on it, and I'm just gonna type a whole novel about what was going through my head.
Yeah, I think it was the moment when you were like, "Here's what I think happened," and I know exactly when it happened. It was. You assumed that you had to present evidence. You showed the picture. I asked you that question, and then there's a pregnant pause, and in that moment you can just hear your brain snap.
I'll have a sound effect that's just Someone call an ambulance.
There's blood everywhere. We're too late.
Ah, Miss Vasquez! What happened here?
Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. This is Vasquez. Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm.
No, how could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel!
Manuel? Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez.
No! Oh, did she like him?
Please don't die.
Please. She was an innocent bab back then. So pure. Full of love. And joy. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. I mean,
oh, hey, she got her pipe back.
You still murdered.
Oh my god.
She's still murdered.
Can we, I think, in the year that this channel has been going on now, over a year now, this will likely come out about a couple months after the year anniversary. This is the dumbest moment. This is the dumbest. When I was spoon-feeding you the answer, and I still had to explain it to you.
I'll give you
Mr.
that.
Edgeworth, where is D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever.
Cool.
I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you were brought about yet another miracle.
Miracle.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That face is the best face.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Go fork yourself.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Can't believe we're still on that. Why are you there now?
They're asked to come to the stand when the verdict is handed down.
Okay.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Sunday. 1:12 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3.
You know, I'm not much of a drinker, but I'm thinking of starting. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know that now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume.
I think what threw me off, I'm thinking about it, I think what threw me off was that whenever I said, oh, was I supposed to say there's no evidence? But then you didn't say, like...
No, because I didn't want to give you the answer.
Yeah, so I was like, oh no, you said that thing, but then you didn't, you like tried to backpedal it, and I was like, oh.
Because here's what happened.
So, no, but then I was like, oh, he really wants me to present some evidence, so now I gotta figure out what's the evidence.
Yeah.
So you forked me by having a reaction going, oh my god, and then me going, oh, whoops, was I not supposed to? Was I supposed to say she didn't have a motive?
Yeah, and then
which would have led me on the track to figure that out, but then you were like... backpedal, and I was like, oh.
No, here's what happened.
Whoopsies.
Here's what happened. I was like, no, I had a reaction to that, and then you're like, wait, was that supposed to happen? And I was like, let's run through the facts. That was the first time I said that.
Yeah, so I was like, so I took that as, oh, I'm supposed to be presenting something because he wants me to walk it through so I know what to present.
No, I'm trying to walk you through to show that she didn't have a motive, because motive would imply it was premeditated, and it wasn't. And I was trying to guide you through to show it wasn't premeditated, and that was self-defense.
It broke my brain when you were like, when I went, oh, maybe she doesn't have a motive, and you went, let's run through the facts, and I went, sure, she does have a motive. Fork.
Yeah, you don't blame that on me. I was trying to guide you down the right path without being too plain. Anyway, it's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he wanted to frame me for the murder makes me sad. Tell me, why was so right? Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? There is evidence. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai?
The first thing that popped in my head was because you got the starring role when he had to suffer for so long.
Yeah. Mr. Hammer was a big star once. Another pregnant pause there. But he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and was a villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai. And so, he hated you. I think I understand.
He hated you because kids loved him and hated him. Loved you and hated him. Bleh.
To be fair, there's always those kids that love the villain. You could have just told me. The evil magistrate seemed very one-dimensional, though, to be fair. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point.
The point being, you couldn't have.
Yeah.
Vasquez would have forkin' murdered you. Oh, wait.
I want to say something. In the anime, something that happens is when Cody sees the Steel Samurai, they actually have an interaction, and what he does is he does this, which is the evil magistrate's pose. He poses for a picture for Cody, and he does the evil magistrate's pose, and Cody thinks it's weird but doesn't recognize it. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. I just wanted to bring that up because I didn't bring that up earlier. Oh, sorry, you.
Congratulations, WP.
I'm tired too.
So here's what's gonna happen when we play Danganronpa. I'm gonna be unable to say a single word because I will forkin' ruin it.
Okay.
There is no way that I can guide you in any direction without just being like, oh, it's this!
You can't do the turn your thinking around thing like I do?
No.
Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Huh? Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. You come to fork? I thought we agreed on 3, not 2.
Say something, right?
Ah, you spoke first!
I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
Look at his face.
No, I really wanted...
boy.
I really wanted to thank you. Vasquez would have gone away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth.
I constantly look like I'm going to fork and punch you.
I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Not at all what I would expect you to be watching on your Saturday night, sweetheart.
Liar! Right. I must say, I didn't expect to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However...
you know, law school, we forked a lot.
You know how college is.
Yeah, and then we...
quote-unquote experimenting.
Yeah, and then we promised that the next time we'd meet, it'd be when we were 40, and we hadn't found a woman because we're so obviously gay. And then we would marry and be like, oh no, it's just because we couldn't find a woman. And then we'd live happily ever after. It's okay. I understand.
Listen, I found a woman. Her name is Maya. And, okay, however... In retrospect, it would have been better had we not met.
Incorrect.
Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings.
His penis is just straight up.
He is... We all know what that means. Unnecessary feelings.
Phoenix doesn't, though. Phoenix is dense.
Unease and uncertainty.
People who have played Danganronpa, is Phoenix more or less dense than good old Makoto? In this instant.
I'll tell you later.
Someone comment down below.
Okay, let's keep
Because
going.
in my opinion, way more dense.
This was 25 minutes when we finished the case. Let's end this. Please.
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
Because you kept trying to explain yourself.
Aren't those kind of unnecessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. See, I don't have control over that though, honey bun.
Listen, if you're on the case, I just have to take it. Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend?
No, fork buddy. What? As if? For friends, the bros, right, Nick?
She's devolved to Fally Girl.
She's devolved to Penny.
For now, we are, I guess.
Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? We're all missing something. Come on, Nick, tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? They forked! We can't tell you until you're older!
We're missing the sex tape. And so, the curtain closed on another trial.
Barely.
It caused quite a stir by revealing the accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Cole Stewart's we thought its programming changed. They went back to making kids shows again.
What in the actual forking hell?
Yes. Nick!
Nick, this is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. Didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to play trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it. Another thing in the anime is they actually have a watch party, and I believe they invite both Cody and the assistant.
That's amazing. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again?
I have
wonder
questions.
if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. Oopsies.
I don't think the world is ready for the real will powers.
I'm sorry, wait.
Yeah, we all asked the question.
I
The
really
end.
want to know, mostly because I feel like he would look so adorable in a dress.
Anyway, brand new episode has been added.
Hey, it's that stupid chick that I'd always accidentally look up and see that I hate.
Anyway, episode 4.
Is she the southern one?
Turnabout Goodbyes. Yes.
Yes. She felt southern.
I like how the...
Edgeworth is sad, but he's next to a bird, so it's okay.
Yeah. Also, this chapter is called Turnabout Goodbyes.
Why are they all called turnabout?
Do you not know what turnabout is?
Can I...
It-
Do
Do you not...
Turnabout sisters, turnabout samurai, turnabout goodbyes.
The first turnabout. Do you know what a turnabout is?
No.
It's like... It's, ever heard turnabout is fair play? I said to you earlier today.
No.
It basically means,
Like
things...
flipping the cord around?
Yes.
Okay.
It basically means, I'll show you. A sudden complete change or reversal of policy or opinion or of a situation.
Okay.
So, I had to look up the actual definition because I couldn't think of it off the top of my head.
See, I know that's meant to be the courtroom
It's also,
in the background, but to me it looks kind of like Big Ben.
Another thing is, in Japan, this is referred to as Gyakuten Saibon, which translates to turnabout trial.
The game was, or
Yes, it wasn't called Ace
okay.
Attorney or Phoenix Wright. It was called Turnabout Trial.
That actually is a better name.
Gyakuten Saibon sounds better, but I prefer
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Nah. I like the dude that has a parrot.
We're
because
ending this episode.
because
Be
he's like,
quiet.
"No."
No. Stop. Hey, thank you all for watching this episode of Leading the Blind. I've been the Game Hero.
The guy in the back is super...
She's been a Linksa. We're ending this. You are tired. You need to go to sleep. I will put you on chloroform. Accept the chloroform. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay, so anyways, no.
I'm slap happy.
Shut up. Okay? Shut up. I will give you candy if you shut up.
No, but I want to explain.
No. You have plenty of time to explain next time. I've been the Game Hero.
The bird's so cute.
Shut up! We're trying to end this. I've been the Game Hero. She's been a Linksa. Follow me at the Real Game Hero or at Linksa or Linksa_art. You can follow our artist at the Jazzy. We will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Turnabout goodbyes.
What's the bird's name?
Shut up.
What's the bird's name? Tell me! I wanted to say that I like that the guy looks like he's trying to tell the bird, no, don't tell them I killed them. And then the guy in the background is like, yes, Mr. Bird, don't tell them. And Edgeworth is like, oh, I'm surrounded by idiots. That's all I wanted to say.